Welcome back. We continue solving programming challenges in the book Starting Out with Java. And the problem we are on today is number 5 in chapter 6. And the problem is we have to create a class called month class. And the class should have an integer field called monthNumber that holds the number of the month. For example, if January would be 1, February would be 2, and so on. Also, the class should have 3 constructors. The first constructor is no argument constructor. It only sets the private integer field monthNumber to 1, and the second constructor accepts a number of a month of the month, and it should set that number that the user enters to the monthNumber field. And for example, if the user enters number 2, if the user passes number 2 to the constructor should pass that 2 to the monthNumber field. And the third constructor accepts a name. For example, it accepts January or February, and it returns the number that corresponds to that month. For example, January would be 1, February would be 2, September would be 9, October would be 10, and so forth. And the class should also have methods. And the first method would be set monthNumber method, and it accepts an integer argument which assigns to the monthNumber field. If a value is less than 1 or greater than 12 is passed, the method should set monthNumber to 1. So if the user passes 12, the method should set that 12 to the monthNumber field. The other methods are get monthNumber, which returns the number of the month. For example, if the user enters number 3, get number method that returns the value in the monthNumber field. So whatever monthNumber field is stored, this method will return get monthNumber. And sorry. The other method is called get month name, which returns the name of the month. So, for example, if the monthNumber field contains 1, then this method would return January. If the monthNumber contains 4, it would return April or something like that. It also has to have another method called Tostring, which would return whatever the method get month name method returns. And the other 2 methods are equals method, which takes a month object and compares against the it compares against the month number value, and there is a greater than method which takes a month object which compares two objects, and there is another the opposite of that, which is less than a method which takes a month object which compares two objects. So let's start coding. Let's start coding the problem. So I already created the class. It's called month, and this is the description. This is the programming direction that I copied from the textbook. I will post it in the description, and let's start. First of all, we have to create a private int month number, just like they said. Also, we have to create a month, a string called month. First thing would be to create a month constructor, public month. It doesn't have an argument, it doesn't take any argument, and we have to assign month number to 1. And we have to create the second constructor, which, if we go back to the constructor, to the instructions, they said the constructor that accepts the number of the month as an argument. So this constructor I would call mn for month number, and it accepts month number as an argument. It should set the month number field to the value passed as the argument. So whatever passed here would be equal to this field, so month number equal mn, which is the value the user passed. And then we have to create another constructor that accepts the name of the month, such as January or February, as an argument. It should set the month number field to the corresponding value. So you have to create public month string m for month. Then they said a constructor that accepts the name of the month, such as January or February, as an argument. It should set the month number field to the correct corresponding value. So what they want us to assign the months to their numbers. So what we would do is we would use switch statements. We would say month number, and we say case. If the case is 1, now you have to say if equals ignore case. If it is January, we have to return month number equal 1. Else if equals ignore case February else if March, and we would month number 3. We will continue to do this. So March, April, May. So here would be 4. Here would be 5. And here would be June. It would be July. 6, 7, say August, and September, 9, 10. It would be October, and the last 2 would be November, which is the 11th month of the year, and lastly December, which is the last one. So whatever here, if the user enters January, it would return month number would be 1. If it is February, it will return 2, and so on until the last one. So that would be the last constructor. We created all 3 constructors. Now we are starting with the methods. The first method that we have to create is called setMonthNumber, which accepts an integer argument which is assigned to the month number field. If a value is less than 1 or greater than 12, it's passed. The method should set month number to 1. So we will say public void set month number. It will accept a month number, and they said if the number that the user enters is less than 1 or greater than 12, the month number field should be equal to 1. So we'll say if mn is greater or equal to 1 and mn is less than equal to 12, month number is equal to month number. Else, if that condition fails, month number would be equal to 1. Then we have to create another method called it is called get month number that returns the value in the month number field. Get month number. Public int get month number. It only returns what is in month number. easy. The next method is get month name. A public string get month name, and it will returns the name of the month. For example, if the month number field contains 1, then this method should return January. So we have to check what is stored in month number field, which is here, this field. We have to check it here. So for example, if the user enters March, if the month number is 3, we have to return it March. So to do that, we have to use switch statement and say month number, and say if case is 1, return January. If case is 2, we have to return February. If case is 4, we have to return March. If case is 5, we have to return in April. Case 6, return May. Case 7, return June. Case 8, return July. Case 9, return have to use semicolon, not colon. August. Case 10, return September. Case 11, return October. There is something. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 1, 2, not here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Eight. I can't count for some reason tonight. 10 October. So the 11th would be return to November. December, and default will not, let's say January. No, but it's not necessary default. You can leave it out if you want. So whatever the month number field contains, we have to print the corresponding month. So after that, we have to create a method called Tostring Method that returns the same value as the get month name method. So it's easy to create. You will say Tostring Method, and you would check this check mark, and you would click here because you don't want these fields to have the Tostring method. And all we have to do is to return get is it get month name or Tostring method get month name. Yeah, it only returns get month name. Then we have to create equals method that accepts a month object as an argument. If the argument object holds the same data as the calling object, this method should return true. Otherwise, it should return false. So we are comparing the objects, two objects, and we are creating a Boolean method. Say public Boolean equals, it takes a month object. I will call it OBJ, but you could call it month object or month. It depends. It entirely depends up to you. So it will return. We have to compare this object's month number. We have to compare it to this class's month number, which is here. We have to compare those two things. We could say this month number, and we have to create another class called greater than method that accepts a month object as an argument. If the calling object is month number field is greater than the argument's month number field, this method should return true, otherwise it should return false. So we are comparing the two objects month number. We'll say public Boolean greater than, takes month object, say return object month number is greater than this month number, and we will do the opposite of that in the name of less than. It takes the month object as well, and the only difference would be the greater sign would be the opposite. We will say less than sign, and that would be it. So I think that would be all of the methods that we have to create. We created set. We created set month number. We created get month number, get month name. We created Tostring, equals, and greater than and less than methods. Also, we created all the constructors, all the three constructors. So let's test our our class by creating a main method psvm, and we'll create a month object, month1. So first we have to test a no argument. No argument. If you don't give any argument to the month object, what would happen? We should get 1, right? Number. We should get 1 because here in our first constructor we assigned to month number, we assigned to 1. So since we didn't give any argument, this constructor should call this get month number, which gives us 1. So let's run the class. So you can see it is 1. Okay, we go down. So this constructor passed our examination. The second constructor takes a month number and it returns the value of that number, of that month. For example, if I want to know which number is July, I would give the constructor I would give July, and I would say get month number. So if I run it again, I should get number 7, because July is the 7th month. Okay, if I give August, I should get 8. Okay, you have to test the opposite. If I give 8, I should get the name of the month. I should get August. Yeah. How about if I give 12? I should get December. Okay. How about if we want to test if we want to compare 2 month objects? So let's copy this, and we have to create another month, and we will say this month takes 1, and this second month takes 2. So we want to test the 2 objects. We'll say month 1 equals month 2. We are comparing these two month objects, month 1 and month 2. So this should return false, since this takes 2 different numbers. Okay, how about if we make it equal 2 and 2? It should return true. Okay, I want to test greater greater than method. So I want to give the first month 4. It should return true. Month 1 greater than month 2. It says false, which is not true, right? How about let's test it with a different number if it is the same. Month 1 greater than month 2. It should say true, isn't it? Okay, let's check the greater than method. Greater than to be the end. Okay, month number. If it is maybe if we switch, we'll say this month number is greater than object month number. Would that change anything? Yeah, it did changes. How about changing the number? This should return false since month 1 number is less than month 2. Okay, let's test less than. This should return true because month 1 has a smaller number than month 2. Yeah, I think I have to fix less than method as well. I have to switch. Say this month number is less than object month number. Yeah, as you can see, all the methods and constructors work for our programming challenge. So if you are struggling solving this programming challenge in the book Starting Out with Java, and you are in chapter 6, problem 5, this is how you can fix it, how you can solve the problem. And I will post it in my GitHub account, and try copying and learning from it. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.